crowd. I'm a founder and CEO of Cashaa. Those who don't know Cashaa, we are one of the biggest crypto-friendly banking platform providing bank accounts to high-risk businesses. When we say high-risk businesses, it certainly covers the crypto industry, and that's what mostly we're going to talk about. So I hand over to Noshaban to introduce himself.
Hi, this is Noshaban. I am managing partner at TX5 Capital. We do financing in debt financing, investment in startups. We recently started investing in crypto companies as well. Just wanted to start this. So recently we got to know that you already completed 7 years in crypto industry as a Cashaa bank, right? How do you feel and what are the changes you have seen so far?
Yeah, certainly. See, the crypto industry have grown massively in the last 7 years since we are in the industry. It was not as fancy, the conferences were not as big as it today. Right? Today we have more than thousands of people coming in a crypto conference. So certainly the industry have become much bigger, the competition has become much bigger. We have a lot of US bank competing against us. Maybe you have heard some of them in the news. So certainly the industry landscape have changed a lot. But what we have seen that also number of projects have changed, so it really doesn't affect because still we see crypto as a very, very early stage. For example, if we talk about another e-commerce platforms, the whole internet world is not very old. We are talking about 22 years old. So in that, crypto have already completed 10 years. It's been amazing how we started. I think some of our early days, there was a couple of exchanges. Mt. Gox was there, Kraken was there, and today we see Binance, Kucoin, MXC. There's like hundreds of exchanges today exist.
And how are you mitigating risk while opening new accounts now? I mean, there are a lot of fad regarding the whole crypto industry after Silvergate thing. How are you mitigating those risks?
No, that's more as a compliance. So, for example, today we bank more than 500 crypto companies. Precisely maybe 520, 521, which covers mostly anywhere from Binance to Kucoin. Today, if we talk about layer ones, couple of layer one solutions are there. Polygon is there, L2 solution. So we bank most of these companies, and obviously it also comes as a learning for us as a financial platform. Every time we bank, we have also seen the likes of Terra, FTX. So it's not that as a banks we don't do the mistakes, we do it. But certainly as a Cashaa, because we are predominantly banking this crypto industry, we understand that what are the do's and don'ts, what we can look into a company when we are onboarding them. There is always going to be a risk because crypto is not regulated everywhere in the world. So maybe you can have a certain jurisdiction which do a very strict due diligence while others they are not doing it. So we as a bank, what we do is certainly look into the company's profile, we look into the balance sheet, we look into the director's profile, we do all the compliance check, and if we see that it's just a matter of the business model because of which mostly crypto company cannot get the bank accounts, we try to help them and give them access to the banking system.
What's the normal process like? How much time does it take to get a bank account?
So now I think normally it takes for us, it depends also on the season. I think now it's a bear market, but still it takes 2 to 3 months for a corporate account to finish the due diligence. It may be possible that many of the companies, they don't need the full banking access, they can just have a wallet to make and receive payments. In that case, the speed can be much faster, but getting a full bank account, it takes 2 to 3 months.
Talking about the BM, how it's impacting your business? Talking about the BM market, how is it impacting your business?
Yeah, so obviously the crypto industry has suffered a big drainage. We have seen, I think we have closed close to 100 accounts in the last 1 year because either these companies were filing the bankruptcies or maybe they cannot sustain the bear market. But on the other side, we have seen a lot of good projects coming, and we are very happy to see, because as a banker we can see what projects are exiting the market and what projects are coming in. And we are seeing a lot of good projects are built during the bear market. So every cycle we have more and more projects. So last cycle we are banking close to 150 companies. This cycle we were banking close to 500 companies. So if we see the long-term trend, it's upward. what we have done as a company, because we are also a corporate institution, so we have to survive all kind of market conditions. So first time in our history of last 7 years, we now started to opening individual accounts. So individual accounts, because we have seen companies like Sensius, a couple of our own customers, Viewer and Genesis. They started closing the individual accounts because of the API issue, the API issue which they had. So we decided, why not we can just also release an app for a retail mass. So it's not a complicated banking process. It's just a wallet which you can download. It gives you the security which we are giving to the corporates, and you can earn those APIs without risking it to any new financial institution.
That's great to know. And also, we got to know that you are celebrating your Founders Day, right? How is the plan going on?
I know you are invited to Italia. Yeah, so we are doing it on 18th March here in Dubai. We just had because we are planning to expand here in UAE region. We are talking to the regulators. We have an initial discussion started here to see that how we can start banking here in UAE market. Maybe start with a couple of branches and see that how the whole market reacts to it. Certainly keep most of the stuff as a digital, as a new bank. But given the market condition, I think it makes sense to also have a physical branch here in UAE.
When are you launching it?
I think it's still very early to say that when we are launching it, but we have started our initial approvals. We had a couple of discussions with the regulators, and it looks like it's possible to do here in UAE. The market has, I moved here 2 years, already been 2 years. We have not done anything in the UAE, and I think after 2 years it makes sense that we should look at how UAE is creating itself as a crypto hub. I think it's required a digital bank likes of Cashaa, maybe with some other way, to start in this region to help the high-risk businesses or crypto businesses.
That's glad to know. I mean, there are a lot of movement in UAE these days. You feel that we require a banking solution, right? And how do you see how you can help new companies coming in UAE to give them account?
Say it.
So basically, I'm asking how you gonna open bank accounts for UAE company? What are the jurisdictions you are looking to register yourself to give them the bank accounts?
So currently we are issuing all the accounts from Puerto Rico. So we are a Puerto Rican insurance. So it doesn't matter where the companies are based. You are a UAE company, you are a company from Singapore, you are a company from Europe, US, Mexico, as long as we have some of the blacklist countries, as long as you're not falling under those countries, we can issue you a US dollar bank account. So that's the primary product which we have. Secondary product which we have is to, obviously as a financial institution, we have the lending product. So we certainly loan out crypto companies who requires liquidity. We loan out exchanges when they require liquidity. And that's where from our yield business comes, where we can give the yield to the customers. So it really doesn't matter still now that if you are based in UAE, we cannot give you an account, we can issue you an account, provided you pass the due diligence. What I'm talking about then also is start a UAE regulated financial institution which is based here, and we can issue the dirham accounts. So that's going to be a different versus so it's more as a local bank versus an offshore. So currently for the UAE residents and the companies, we are acting as an offshore bank.
Okay. So what are the next steps? What Cashaa is projecting for next few years now? Are you planning for bull run?
Of course, we all are waiting for the bull run. Who is not? So yeah, I think we're going to push also the retail business. I think it's a time that we have seen enough adoption in the crypto industry. So we want to take the B2B model also to B2C. I think that requires a lot of challenge. And I think it being more than 7 years now, I think we can handle that. We have released an app on the App Store and Play Store, where you can download now Cashaa as a retail individual, and you can get all those benefits which we give to businesses.
Nice.
If you guys have any questions, I'm very happy to take some questions. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.